Good day to you guys. This is Rewell from Reviews, back again after a long time with a rather late figure. It is the Kung Fu Daddy himself, Wen Wu from Shang-Chi. So I got this figure from Carl Wong because he's very fast in shipping stuff to the Philippines. And I got it for 14,000 pesos, dollar equivalent will be posted. As I expected, uh, this sort this is sort of just like a Ryuken deal, except like a Scorpion or Sub-Zero deal with Shang-Chi being the red one and of course Wenwu being the blue one. So I just thought that it's thematically right with this character. And of course, I was so happy with the Shang-Chi figure, man. I imagine this too would make me smile as wide. So let's unbox him. Let's check it out. Okay. Very similar to the Shang-Chi unboxing experience. And first impressions, even though he's still here. Oh yeah, the camera is just reflecting things all over, man. So excuse me a little bit. Let us open him up, crack up this package, and take off all the stuff to see the beauty of the head sculpt. And okay, the first tray is laid down here for you to see. And as expected, it is very similar to Shang-Chi. I mean, you have the blast effects here, the Captain Marvel like blast effects with the rings in them, the individual rings themselves, the forearms with the rings, and a crap ton of Kung Fu hands, which is so cool because he has this pointy hand that seems to say, "Your soul is mine." So yeah, that is awesome. So let us check out this figure. Oh my god. This is Wenwu, played by Tony Leung. Very, very good actor. Very rich history in Hong Kong. So I'm glad that he's finally in a Marvel movie. And he just looks pretty cool, man. I love his costume more. I love the look, the head sculpt way more than Shang-Chi. This one really nails the head sculpt, man. As in, I am not kidding. It is just pure awesome. So, the tailoring of the clothes is cloth, and as you can see, it is very easy to articulate this figure. It's a Kung Fu figure, man. Ratcheted knees, and of course, there's a split boot design, which is reminiscent of the old Daredevil and Punisher figures. So this is so cool. Okay, so it is very articulate, but it's slightly not a bit less more articulate than Shang-Chi. I mean, the Shang-Chi figure is still more articulate than this, but doesn't matter. It's only a small degree. So pretty impressed. I am loving it right off the bat, even though I'm just in the camera and fell down. Okay, so the first tray, we've seen that. So let us go on to the second tray, as there are only two trays in this beautiful, beautiful outing of hot toys. And we are back. So unfortunately, the second tray has only this. So the Shang-Chi figure still wins by virtue of having more stuff in it. But I'm glad though it's not a mirror clone of the Shang-Chi figure, because these effects, these ring effects, they're unique to this figure. So I think you can attach the rings here. Yeah. So they're more windy, sort of longer effects compared to the shorter Shang-Chi ones. Shang-Chi ones look like fire, while this looks more like ice or wind. So I guess they're trying to get that Sub-Zero Scorpion thing going on right there. As for the stand, I like it more than the Shang-Chi one. So even though it shares the same design language or design aesthetic, I like it, man. I mean, this also proves that Wenwu is actually sort of the comic Mandarin that we wanted or wish we had before we got faked out. So that's Marvel sort of trying to win us back. So yeah, what can I say about this figure is that it's all about the head sculpt, man. That is the reason why you should get the figure. I mean, the movie didn't do as well, but just the artistry of how they made this face sculpt. For me, that is the real winner here, man. That is the reason why I had to get this. Look at it, man. Regardless of how your history with Tony Leung, you just have to admit that this is one of the better head sculpts that Hot Toys has made for this year. So let's get into a few poses and then call it a day or something. So true enough to what I said, the effect of this is more the effects pieces are more windy and they look much cooler. I have to admit that. But the sole downside I realize is that I can't, or it would be very hard to put this on his feet. At least this one. So I haven't really tried it. But I can say that while the Shang-Chi was a lot more fun to pose, this is a lot better to look at. Wenwu is a lot better to look at. So that's the most immediate thing I notice. So he can really have those big swooshing effects with this. So I don't feel inspired to put it on his legs, to be honest. And besides, he doesn't kick as well as Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi is still one of the best kickers there. So this pose is pretty cool. I like it. It's like playing with the rings, making it fly around. So for my final pose, I want to make use of this because this is one of the very first few times that Hot Toys actually has a partner piece with another figure, which is in Wenwu's case, this effect piece would stick together with Shang-Chi's effect piece to make that iconic scene in the movie where they were like, getting each other's rings, So that was pretty cool. So let us see this on Shang-Chi and Wenwu. So a short interlude. While inserting this piece, I broke it. Not really break it, but it just came off. So I just need to reglue this. And yeah, I hope that it will hold. So see you then. So, as I have come to discover, it's actually hard to get this pose with a camera because of the nature of where my camera is set up. So this is the best I can do. It's a bit hard to actually get the right poses because it would take a lot of effort. And I also have to warn you, if this one, this effects piece, they only hold onto one character, it would sort of break or fall down. Because that's what happened with mine when I posed the Shang-Chi. It just, not really break, but it sort of would like get deformed. And it will just, like that Gambit effects piece where this would just like not be in a straight line, it would become a curved line and you have to blow dry it again to sort of get it straight. But posts like that though, you have to admit it is pretty cool. I mean, even though it's sort of, I have a hard time like putting the rings in the gripping hands, especially with Wenwu because one came off and the glue hasn't completely dried yet. So I sort of have to fake it just to have this like hanging on their fingertips and stuff. But still, it conveys that scene, which is pretty cool. I mean, you can still improve on this pose, man. But other than that, I wish Hot Toys would do more effects pieces like this because this just looks awesome. Okay, so all in all, I'm very happy with the Wenwu figure for what it is. I mean, I think it would still drop down in price it would be similar to the Mandarin in the sense that they're both very good Hot Toys figures. It's just that they're not, they don't get that much demand in the secondary market. So chances are you can find him in the bargain bin or something. So having said that, I hope you learned something. And yeah, have a good night, guys.